Okay, let's just jump right in. We've all been there, right? You ask an AI for something, and what you get back is, well, it's just so generic. The truth is, most AI prompts fail because they're simply way too vague. So, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to fix that. We'll do it by combining two really powerful ideas: prompt engineering and context engineering. The goal is to get your AI to stop guessing and start delivering precisely what you need.
The entire game just changes when we shift our mindset. Instead of vaguely asking for something, we need to start directing the AI with precision. It's the difference between just hoping for a good result and actually engineering one. The key takeaway couldn't be simpler. Stop guessing and start specifying. So, let's start with that all too common frustration. Why do our prompts so often just fall flat? Well, it's because we're essentially playing a guessing game with the AI, and let's be honest, most of the time, we lose. Yeah, this probably looks super familiar. You give a simple, kind of weak prompt like, create 5 project management questions, and what does it spit back out? Bland textbook trivia. I mean, sure, it's technically correct, but it's not useful at all. You end up spending way more time editing the tone, the level, and the format than if you just written the whole thing yourself from scratch. So here's the real problem. And it's not that the AI lacks creativity. It's that our prompts are missing two absolutely key ingredients: a specific, really well-defined task, and the real-world context that actually gives that task meaning. That combo, a vague task plus missing context, is always going to lead to a generic, unhelpful output. All right, so we've nailed down the problem. Now let's get to the solution. The first piece of the puzzle is all about structuring the ask itself, and we can do this with a really powerful method called the CLEAR framework. This whole practice is called prompt engineering. Think of it as the art and science of building a better request. So instead of just vaguely pointing the AI in a general direction, you're giving it a detailed map with the exact destination already marked. The CLEAR framework gives us 5 different levers to do just that. First up, C is for clear instructions. Instead of write about marketing, you say, write a 3-paragraph summary of content marketing. See the difference? Then L is for length and format. Do you need a bulleted list, a table, or a 500-word blog post? Spelling this out prevents all that guesswork. E is for examples. This one is huge. Provide a sample of the tone and style you want so the AI has a gold standard to aim for. Next, A is for audience. Is this for an expert or a total beginner? This single detail dictates the complexity and the jargon. And finally, R is for requirements. Are there any must-have keywords or things that absolutely should avoid? Put them all together, and that vague wish turns into a precise blueprint. But look, a well-structured ask is only half the battle. To get those truly authentic, real-world results, we need to give the AI the world in which our request actually exists. And that's where the second part of our solution, the space framework, comes into play. This is what we call context engineering. So if prompt engineering is the blueprint for a house, then context engineering is the neighborhood it's built in. It gives the AI all the situational details it needs, so its output feels like it was written by an insider, not just some detached machine. So here's how space adds that crucial context. S is for situation. What's the backstory here? What's the catalyst for this request? P is for people. Who's involved, and what are their specific pain points or goals? A is for authority. What's our brand voice? Are we formal, playful, academic? C is for constraints. Are there legal disclaimers, budget limits, or maybe specific tools that need to be mentioned? And finally, E is for environment. What industry are we in? Answering these questions makes the AI's output feel genuinely authentic. Okay, so we've covered the theory behind clear and space. Now for the fun parts. Let's see what happens when we actually put them together. This is where we go from abstract ideas to concrete, really high-quality results. The formula is simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you combine the structured ask of clear with the rich context of space, you create this amazing feedback loop that produces reliable and authentic output every single time. It's a system for getting results that are on level, on brand, and basically ready to use. So check this out. This is what a fully engineered prompt looks like in practice. This example is for an onboarding module at a fintech SaaS company. And notice, it's not just a simple question, it's a detailed creative brief. It assigns a role, it describes the situation, it defines the audience, and it sets clear constraints. It basically builds a complete world in a single paragraph. And here's the magic part, why it works so well. When you specify the audience as novice, new hires, it tells the AI to add definitions and explain jargon. When you define the situation around recent CRM violations, the output suddenly becomes urgent and super relevant. And by listing constraints like PCI compliance, you ensure the text is not just useful, but also safe and responsible. Every single detail from clear and space has a direct, valuable impact on the final output. And hey, this isn't just for corporate training. This method works for basically any field you can think of. For example, if you're developing a quiz on ethical AI for university faculty, Clear and Space help the AI generate scenarios that actually reflect academic integrity policies and student privacy concerns, not just generic AI trivia. It's totally universally applicable.
So that's the power of combining prompt engineering with context engineering. You should think of Clear and Space not just as frameworks, but as a new superpower you can use to get exponentially better results from any generative AI tool out there. Honestly, the best way to really get this is to just try it. Think about the last generic AI response you got. How could you rebuild that prompt using Clear and Space? So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. What's the first prompt you're going to re-engineer?